Hey everyone, welcome to another video of Thips Tips with Andy Thips. Today we're going to learn how to wally and wally well. So we are in Philly because there's a long strip of walls all along the outer border. First, let's start off with the basics. So to wall ride, you're going to ollie towards a wall and hold triangle, which is the grind button. And to wally, you're going to ollie when you're in a wall ride. So that's a jump from the wall during a wall ride. And so the trick to getting height is don't start the wall ride on the way down from your jump. So don't do that. You want to start the wall ride as soon as you can on your way up from the jump. Like the moment you leave the ground, you should be in a wall ride like that. So your trajectory is pointed more up than it could be if you started it late. To put simply, wall ride as soon as you can and then wally as soon as you can. So it's one quick motion. And so a good way to measure your height is in increments of 180. So I call things a 180 air, a 360 air, or a 540 air, which means I got enough air to do a 540 or a 720 or whatever. If you just hold the shoulder button, the ideal situation is to get a 540 when you're on flat ground. You could do like a wally plant, which is up ollie from the wall to get a little bit more air, but sometimes it ends up not really, not being worth it because it could like delay your inputs or throw off your rhythm or whatever it may be. So a good thing to practice is to just do consistent wallies. This is quick as possible. It's just like a shuffle. So just like in my shuffle video, we're doing this whole movement. So X is on the base of my thumb and triangle is on the tip of my thumb. So we're just trying to just do this as quick as possible. So we're instantly leaving the wall as soon as we touch it, and we're touching the wall as soon as we leave the ground. So leave the ground, touch the wall, leave the wall immediately. So X triangle X. Once you get the hang of this, getting some decent air, start holding R1 or L1 and you can see how much air you can get. So if you can get consistently 540 airs, you're in good shape. If you do a boneless, get a 720, that's great too. Why not? Can't do it mid combo, but it's a good way to measure. So the next thing to do, if you're getting consistent 540s from wallies, I would start trying to string them together with manuals. So now you're forced to do a mid combo with all this the speed restrictions and all that stuff. So once you're able to chain them together with manuals, then you can start throwing in tricks. So if you're feeling it, just throwing a kickflip, throwing a pop shove it, or you could just grab each time. And then once you get the hang of that, you could start throwing in backflips, backflip 180s, you know, whatever's comfortable. But yeah, once you get slow enough, there's a risk involved. You may not be able to stick to the wall if you're under a certain speed. But yeah, Philadelphia is a great level to practice in, aside from this bus. It's trying to ruin our day. Feels Van Man. But yeah, you can just start get the hang of this, and then like if you can, break it up with some grinds, start get a little bit of speed. Oh, in this case, you could use that rail. So another place to check out for practicing is this wall right here in the school. You have this whole alley back here to work with, just nothing but flat wall just to work with. And then as a bonus, you could also try and catch a wally from these quarter pipes, but use them as a kicker. So there's ollie sooner than the vert starts. So you can get some big air there. So another good place to practice is the wally over the half pipe here in the hangar. This is probably the biggest wally in the game. So you can get a 900 or 1080 wally. You could also practice acid dropping by hitting RT or R2. And then use the speed from that to get a giant air on the other side of the half pipe. And then another place to really put your skill to the test to make sure you're doing it quick enough to get the most air you possibly can is along this wall. Because if you don't get your wally off in time on this guy, you're just gonna end up grinding or just end up doing nothing like that. So what you could do is just practice getting a 540 off this over and over again and just see how you do. Just like this, you can do it on repeat. There, yeah, just like that. And then of course there's a classic how to wally over the secret room video that I did, linked down in the doobly-doo below. And this is another great place, just like the hangar, to get the hang of improving your wally height. So you can just do the normal line, simplify it, don't have to do the best tricks, but just try and get over. Downtown's another great place to practice wallies. It has a bunch of kickers next to walls, kind of like the hangar and warehouse setups. So if you try and hit these, you can try and get up to the roofs like this. And there's all sorts of creative ways to get to and from. Here, there's a classic way to get up from the robot line in the downtown here. Just right here. Like that, and then using this guy to continue your rooftop line. All along the bases of these buildings, well, not all along, but there's quite a few, there's like 6 or 7 of them. Like this guy right here gets some huge air. 720s, 900s. There's another big one here. Big guy here on the other side. More of these kickers along the wall. And in streets, there's the infamous giant wall ride you can get off this guy. Almost consistently get a 1080. If you get the hang of that X triangle X super quickly and you hit anywhere from this point onward to the edge, you can use that as a little kicker and use it to get your Wally on. And on this section of the level, it's really a great place to practice these long open walls here. So something to think about when you're going through the levels and looking for walls to wall ride is that if you can't skate on it, it's most likely going to be wall rideable if it's not a quarter pipe. So this wall, for example, you can really take advantage of this guy to get some extra multiplier, save on manual balance just by spamming up, X, and grind. And same with those rocks there. They're all over downhill jam, like this fence here, wall rideable. And this guy too. All this concrete to my right here is wall rideable. So right there, just got a quick Wally plant off. So you can get kind of nasty with this. Another good place to practice is down here, at the bottom of downhill jam. Yeah, look at that. Probably Wally this wall too here. Yeah. Probably puts us right in the water. Oh, nice, we cleared it. So the outside of this full pipe is actually wall rideable too. So if you're coming from the direction of this half pipe and you want to just save on manual balance, you can side jump to the right, grab this, and use that as a Wally. Keep your combo going. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in, watching, checking me out. Don't forget to follow us on twitch.tv/AndyTHPS, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all that good stuff. Join the Discord, and appreciate you. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.